Hey everyone, this is Travis with eXp Realty, and I want to quickly make this video to talk about the January 2023 stats. As we moved from 2022 to 2023, the Greater Toronto Area or GTA housing market unfolded as we expected. The number of January sales and the overall average selling price were similar to December of 2022, which overall was a little bit down. But when we look on a year-over-year basis, both sales and prices were down tremendously, continuing to highlight the impact of higher borrowing costs on the affordability over the last few years. Paul Barron, who is the president of TREB, had this to say about the home sales. Home sales and selling price appear to have found some support in the recent months. This, coupled with the Bank of Canada announcement that the interest rate hikes are likely on hold for the foreseeable future, will prompt some buyers to get off the fence and enter into the market. With record population growth and tight labor market conditions, will continue to support the housing demand moving forward. Now, when we actually look at the numbers, realtors reported 3,100 sales through TREB's MLS system in the month of January 2023. This was in line with December 2022, resulting in around 3,110 homes, but overall was down about 44.6% from January of 2022. Now, the average selling price for January 2023 was around $1,038,668, which was slightly lower than December of 2022, which was down about 16.4% compared to the month of January 2022. This all started dropping since the Bank of Canada started doing interest rate hikes around last year. When we look at new listings, in January 2023, we saw around 7,688 new listings compared to 2022, which was around 7,983. This was a 3.7% decrease. And when we look at active listings, January 2023, we saw around 9,299 active listings compared to January 2022, which was around 4,140, which is an increase of about 124%. The average days on market also increased drastically, as well as in January of 2023, we saw 29 days average days on market versus 13 days in 2022, which was about 123% increase. And now we're going to look at the different types of homes and what those prices looked like from last year to this year. So I'm going to look at my computer now. So in January of 2022, the average detached home was around $1,742,000, and that dropped all the way down to $1,341,000 in January of 2023. If you look at semis, it was $1,312,000, which dropped to $1,019,000. For townhomes, we saw $1,220,000 last year. That dropped all the way down to $887,000 this year. And then for condo apartments, we saw around $748,000 in January 2022, and that dropped all the way down to $687,000 in January of 2023. Obviously, these prices decreased with the interest rate hikes, but if you look month over month, the decreases aren't as much. And with the Bank of Canada hinting that they're done with interest rate hikes, we could hope to see some leveling off, if not increases in the market come spring. And if you're interested in looking at in-depth stats of not just only the GTA, but other cities like Brampton, Mississauga, Oakville, Milton, sign up for our newsletter below as we cover each city independently, and also head over to my YouTube page as I go over videos of all of these cities as well. So stay tuned for that. But now let's get back into the stats. According to Chief Market Analyst Jason Mercer, he also said that home prices declined over the past year as home buyers sought to mitigate the impact of substantially higher borrowing costs. While short-term borrowing costs increased again in January, negotiated medium-term mortgage rates like 5-year fixed rates have actually started to trend lower compared to the end of last year. The expectation is that the trend will continue, further helping with affordability as we move through 2023. All three levels of government have also announced policies to enhance housing affordability over the long term, including many initiatives focused on increasing housing supply in the ownership and rental markets. Most recently, we were encouraged to see Toronto City Council support the Mayor's 2023 Housing Action Plan as a part of the city's overall $2 billion commitment to housing initiatives. But one thing I do want to touch base on is the fact that I'm starting to see that fixed rates are starting to actually decrease and get closer to the variable rate. Now, the reason why I think that we're seeing this is because banks not only know that, over the last couple of years, they've been lending money for free free essentially, as we've been in the low 1% of lending. So with all the talk of the Bank of Canada halting on increasing rates, I think that what they're trying to do is basically lower the fixed rates so that people are more motivated to lock into those 5-year fixed rates, knowing well that most people do not hold their mortgage for the full term. So I believe that they're going to try to lock in as many people as possible so that when these rates start to decrease in the next year and a bit, people are enticed to break those fixed terms for 5 years, pay the massive penalty, and lock into a variable rate, since they should be coming down later on in the year, if not 1 year from now. Again, just be aware, talk to your mortgage specialist, and have a professional help you out when it comes to making these financial decisions. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more GTA stats. Stay tuned in the next week as we're going to look at the average house price for different types of homes in the cities of Brampton, Mississauga, Oakville, Milton. If you want to see any other cities that I did not just list, comment below and I'll do my best to make those videos for you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.